What's up, everybody? Matt Nuzzo. Got a beautiful day out here in Cape Hatteras. Today, we get to review the Lift high aspect line. It's high aspect, but not really that high aspect. I'm gonna take a shot because back in our kiteboarding days, we tried to kill the tech with the low aspect and the high aspect because people are freaking out about the aspect ratio of their kite. Same thing's happening in foiling. It really is so unimportant to 90% of the people, and most people are getting it wrong. This is the closest, the 170, to a high aspect wing, but it's still not high aspect. 250, 200 are definitely mid aspect. Doesn't really matter. It's skinny or fat, and fat is easy and slow. Skinny is fast and hard. Pretty simple to understand. So let's talk about my favorite of the lineup, the Lift high aspect 200. So the 200, we paired it with the high aspect 225 tail wing. Definitely works well with that. It's got a lot of speed, a lot of glide. The 200 is an awesome surf foiling wing, works great for winging. It's definitely the best of the three of the line. Tons of glide. When you have speed, you get a lot of projection. So you pump and you get a lot of projection. You do have to know how to pump. It's a little squirrely. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to turn. But if you know how to surf foil, this is going to be an awesome wing to up your pumping game, and you just get a lot of glide per pump. Also got in the lineup the 170, which is definitely skinnier, but all these are 37 inches wide. This one was a lot more squirrely and a little bit faster. So I didn't really get the, it's a lot harder to ride, but I didn't get a ton more speed out of the 170 than I did the 200. So I kind of prefer the 200. And then you've got the 250, which will be good for bigger riders, but I found it to be kind of a dog. It was like really stiff. It was hard to get going. Didn't carry that much speed. Real stiff and turning. So good for maybe winging or for just like a much larger rider. So with the Lift setup, they've tightened the tolerance because they're really wide wings here. So they tighten the tolerance on the mast. So one of the things I really did not like about this is that you have to have a rubber mallet. You screw the things in, and then you got to mash on the mast, front and back, and then tighten. Mash on it, front and back, tighten. So I do that as hard as I can tighten these bolts, as hard as I can hit the fuselage here, which kind of seems weird, but Lift builds their stuff strong, so it's not that big of a deal. But what ends up happening is I come in, and I still got to tighten the bolts. It's like, after my session, they'll be a little bit loose. So, they've made the tolerance tighter so that you can do this, and I'm hoping over time it might break in. But it was kind of one of those things that was like, man, that's like, having to tighten the bolts every time and mash it with the hammer. And same thing to get it off. Got to hammer it with that rubber mallet to get it off. So pretty small deal, but like operationally, I'm just like, I just don't want to deal with that. The Lift 200 wing though is worth it. This thing is fast, it's fun. Once you figure out to turn it, it definitely for open face carving terms is really fun. I'm not really turning hard in the pocket anyways, so I don't really care. But for small waves, gliding, and just cruising, Lift 200, that thing is awesome. If you want more reviews, go to realwatersports.com. Check us out online. Give us a call to shop, 252-987-6000. See you guys on the water.